is Libbie Summers. I am an author, a stylist, a designer, and I really like to help corporations, usually the food and beverage, hospitality industry, kind of bring their stories to life. I'm a storyteller. I started off really working after college in the hospitality industry, but more on the corporate side of things as opposed to like in the action of it, and realized that I really enjoyed it. I loved the hospitality part of it. That led to living on a boat with my family and ended up taking some chefing jobs in the yachting industry, which brought me to doing a pilot for Martha Stewart about being a chef on a boat, which got me into this kind of world of Food Network kind of television and culinary producing and all that. And you just realize it all is just kind of telling stories. Even if it was chefing on a big yacht, it's a story told every meal that you're making. And that's just kind of how it came about. I just, was designing for one thing and it just kind of kept going. I was working on a television set, and there was a certain literary agent said that I think that you're ripe for a book. And we really sat down and thought about it, and it was this kind of background of pork and my grandparents being hog farmers in the Midwest, and it was before anybody was doing kind of the pork thing, and especially a woman wasn't doing anything about pork. That took its own life on, and it became this kind of very well celebrated Pork for Chicks book. Being a woman has certainly helped me where I am right now, because I work with a lot of companies that are selling to women. So my insight of how we create stories to sell their product in unique ways, obviously because I'm a woman, I can get into that. We know that the woman the most times even makes the dinner reservations for the evening. They're definitely going to usually make the reservation where the family is staying. So it's like appealing to the woman. So that's definitely being a woman that's helped me see that a little bit clearer with that information. But gosh, I remember working on a set, and I asked for, and this is only 9 years ago, so we're not talking that long ago. 9 years working on a set, and I asked for $25 more a day. And I remember, and I was managing a crew of like 15, 16. We were working 14, 16 hours a day. It's typical. And I remember my boss saying to me, "Well, Libbie, then you'd be making as much as Dan." That's 9 years ago. I didn't get the raise. I didn't stay with the job either. When I was producing for the Food Network, it was right after 9/11, and we needed a big hug, and we were all, it's kind of what we're doing right now during the pandemic. We really are going back to all that, those comfort foods that make us feel good. We're baking our own bread. We're really just diving into using what we have in the pantry and doing something unique with it. And that's what we were doing after 9/11. So that's when a lot of these shows on the Food Network were really at their height. They were really starting to hype up because people were watching it and wanting to cook more at home. You just have to, if there's something you want to do, find somebody who's doing it. Beg them to let you come assist them. I have people that ask us all the time to come and assist, or just never being afraid to ask somebody to mentor you. Just don't be afraid to ask for the help. Don't act like that you know everything, because you don't. And I'm very open to we'll find the solution, we'll find the answers, let's research it, let's find somebody who knows how to do it. And then do everything you can. When I started out, I would like food styling, I didn't know what I was doing. I took every possible job I could possibly take. Maybe be a better listener and just absorb it all and do as much as you can and be available at any time that somebody needs you. And because if you're available, eventually they're going to call you because they're going to need you for something. And the amount you will learn from it, even if it's the worst situation in the world, we all know that the most that we learn usually comes from the worst situation. We learned so much, at least in my case. And just be open, be a sponge, ask questions, but be a good listener as well. I made bagels one morning that a bosun on a near big, huge mega yacht that was there, they smelled them. I sent some back to the captain, and 2 weeks later, something had happened to their chef, and they needed somebody to fill in. That's what started that. Like, I made some great bagels for a guy. That was it. And it just like takes you into this whole motion, but you got to ride the wave. That's the whole thing. You have to be willing and open to ride it.